Thursday night at the bar, a great band is playing. That's something that everybody should be able to enjoy. But people with severely limited hearing are usually left out of the fun when it comes to live music. That is, until now. This is what a rock concert sounds like to Ellen Hibbard. She is deaf. She may not be able to hear the music, but she can sure feel it. Professor Frank Russo from Ryerson University wants to make sure everyone can experience music to its fullest. So he and his research team created this, the Emoti-Chair.
Well, the Emoti-Chair is a technology that allows us to take sound and present it as vibration along the back through these voice coils.
Before Ellen could enjoy this concert, Frank and his research team needed to find the best way to convey all the different aspects of music to her through the chair.
Each one of these 4 rivets is a voice coil. I can show you the inside here. We'll just take it apart here. So as you can see, each one of these voice coils is independent. You can control both frequency and amplitude, and that's very important for conveying musical information.
The team has developed software to translate different frequencies and instruments in the music from sound to vibrations.
We can pipe different parts of the music to different sets of voice coils. We split that audio signal into several groups of frequencies. So the lowest frequencies, usually we send down to the bottom, and the highest frequencies we might send up to the top. And we've been experimenting with different configurations.
In order to develop the chair, they also needed to understand how music affects people.
We are looking at the deaf response to music as compared to the hearing response to music. If we're seeing that there's agreement between the vibrational experience of music and the auditory experience of music, it really is confirming this idea that music is essentially multimodal or even amodal, not tied to the auditory domain.
Ready to go?
Yep.
Great.
Today, they're gathering data from a hearing participant.
Basically what we're doing is we've got a participant in the booth, and we've got them wired up to different sensors that are recording different physiological signals. So there's simple recordings, things like heart rate, breathing rate, the extent to which you happen to be smiling or frowning, the amount that you're sweating. So this is a good marker of arousal in the autonomic nervous system.
Once Andrea is hooked up to the computer, Frank will play her a piece of classical music.
In the first 2 channels, what we're looking at is facial muscles. The first channel is picking up on the smiling activity, so the zygomatic muscle. The second one is the corrugator muscle, which picks up on the experience of sadness. The next 2 concern respiration and heart rate. Respiration and heart rate also follow the music to some extent, but the response of these measures is a little slower than the muscle activity. The last thing that you're seeing here is the galvanic skin response. So it's simply a measure of sweat. All of these together provide some physiological indication of the emotion being experienced through this particular piece of music.
The team is still in the process of collecting data, but Frank is optimistic that the chair can give deaf people a real feel for the music.
I like to think that music is far more than sound. It means that people that don't have the ability to hear can still have the experience of music, the emotional experience in particular. And that's what we're starting to see in our preliminary data, and it's quite exciting.
And thanks to the Emoti-Chair, Ellen can now experience the full effects of that rock concert.
It's great. I can kind of deconstruct the music and I can feel, how everything meshes, and it's wonderful because it's new for me and I like it. I'm starting to understand that music can evoke emotions inside your body, and I thought, wow, this is really cool. I'm actually experiencing the emotions that are intended by the person who's composing this music, and it's great because before it was always a physical surface feeling for me, and it actually really touched me. It really opened my mind to what music can be.
I think it's going great. I've noticed that our visitors are rocking, you know, they're moving to the music, they're interpreting the music. It's fantastic. It's icing on the cake. Like, we're thrilled that the thing worked, but to see people's visceral kind of emotional reaction is fantastic. It's been wonderful.